Nobody warned me about day 7. I drank garlic water every morning for 30 days as an experiment. And what happened on that 7th day stopped me in my tracks and made me pull my own blood work. I'm a doctor. I've spent decades telling patients what works and what doesn't. I thought I knew garlic. A little heart benefit, a little immune boost. Nothing dramatic. I was wrong. Dead wrong. Because garlic water doesn't hit you all at once. It works in stages, and each stage unlocks something new inside your body on a different day. Day 3 was subtle. Day 7 hit like a truck. And by day 30, my own numbers had changed in ways I couldn't explain to myself, let alone my colleagues. Here's what nobody tells you. Raw garlic in water releases a compound called allicin, and that compound triggers a chain reaction that builds over weeks. It thins your blood, opens your arteries, clears your gut, drops your pressure, and rebuilds your immune defense, but not on the same day. Each benefit switches on at its own point in the 30 days. Most people quit before day 7 because they feel nothing, and they miss everything that comes after. The pharmaceutical industry makes billions on blood pressure pills, cholesterol drugs, and immune boosters that a 10-cent clove of garlic starts replacing in a single week. Your daily pill is their paycheck. And don't you dare skip day 3's benefit, because it's the one that shocked me most, and the one nobody sees coming. Chapter 2. Day 3. Your gut resets itself. By the time you reach day 3 of drinking garlic water on an empty stomach every morning, the first change you'll notice is in your digestive system. That uncomfortable bloating, the gas after meals, that heavy, sluggish feeling in your stomach, it starts to ease up. This isn't a coincidence, and it's not a placebo effect. Raw garlic contains a powerful compound called allicin, which is released when you crush or chop a fresh clove and let it sit for about 10 minutes before adding it to water. That 10-minute wait is critical because it allows an enzyme called alliinase to convert allin into allicin, the compound responsible for most of garlic's health benefits. Allicin acts as a natural prebiotic, feeding the good bacteria in your gut while making the environment hostile for harmful bacteria. A 2013 study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that participants who consumed raw garlic daily showed up to a 30% increase in lactobacillus and bifidobacterium populations within their intestinal microbiome. These are the exact strains that help you break down food properly, absorb nutrients efficiently, and reduce inflammation in the gut lining. When these populations grow, the bad bacteria get crowded out, and your digestion starts working the way it was designed to. You'll likely notice fewer episodes of acid reflux, less post-meal discomfort, and more regular bowel movements. To prepare your garlic water for maximum digestive benefit, take 2 medium cloves of fresh garlic and crush them with the flat side of a knife. Do not skip the crushing step. Swallowing a whole clove does almost nothing because allicin only forms when the cell walls are broken. After crushing, let the garlic sit on your cutting board for a full 10 minutes. Drop the crushed cloves into a glass of lukewarm water. Not hot because heat above 140 degrees Fahrenheit destroys allicin almost immediately. Stir gently and drink the entire glass on an empty stomach first thing in the morning, at least 20 minutes before eating breakfast. If the taste is too strong, you can squeeze in half a lemon, which not only makes it more drinkable, but also adds vitamin C to help your body absorb the sulfur compounds more effectively. Some people add a small teaspoon of raw honey, which has its own antimicrobial properties and creates a synergy with the garlic. By day 3, your gut microbiome is already shifting in a healthier direction, setting the foundation for everything else that follows. Chapter 3. Day 5. Your skin starts clearing up. Around day 5, you might wake up and notice something different when you look in the mirror. That stubborn patch of acne on your chin or those small bumps along your jawline are starting to calm down. Your skin might look slightly brighter, less inflamed, and more even in tone. This isn't your imagination. Garlic's benefits reach far beyond your digestive system, and your skin is one of the first external organs to reflect internal changes. The allicin in your daily garlic water is a potent antibacterial and antifungal agent. By day 5, it has been circulating through your bloodstream long enough to start targeting the bacteria that cause breakouts. A study published in the Journal of Dermatological Science demonstrated that garlic extract, both applied topically and consumed internally, reduced acne-causing bacteria and decreased inflammatory lesions by approximately 40% over a short treatment period. But there's another reason your skin responds so quickly: sulfur. Garlic is one of the richest natural sources of organic sulfur compounds, particularly diallyl disulfide and allicin. Sulfur is a critical building block for collagen and keratin, the two proteins your skin depends on for elasticity, strength, and that healthy glow. When you're deficient in sulfur, your skin looks dull, your pores clog more easily, and your wound healing slows down. By drinking garlic water daily, you're flooding your body with bioavailable sulfur that goes straight to work, repairing skin cells and supporting the production of glutathione, your body's most powerful internal antioxidant. Glutathione neutralizes free radicals, those unstable molecules that accelerate aging and damage skin cells. A study from the journal Nutrition and Cancer found that increased garlic intake raised glutathione levels by up to 28% in participants over a 4-week period. To maximize the skin benefits, drink your garlic water alongside adequate hydration throughout the day, aiming for at least 8 glasses of plain water in addition to your morning garlic drink. The combination of allicin's antibacterial action, sulfur's collagen support, and glutathione's antioxidant protection creates a triple effect that works from the inside out. Add the juice of half a fresh lemon to your garlic water. Vitamin C works hand in hand with sulfur to accelerate collagen synthesis. By the end of the first week, even old acne scars may start looking lighter. Your skin is essentially a window into your internal health, and when your gut is cleaning up and your antioxidant levels are rising, your face is one of the first places to show it. Chapter 4. Day 10. Inflammation drops significantly. By day 10, you might notice that the stiffness you usually feel in your knees when you get out of bed isn't as sharp. That nagging ache in your lower back or shoulders might feel lighter. The chronic low-grade inflammation that's been silently running in the background of your body is finally starting to cool down, and garlic water is a major reason why. Chronic inflammation is at the root of almost every serious disease, from heart disease to diabetes to autoimmune conditions. Most people are walking around with elevated inflammatory markers and don't even know it. The compound responsible for garlic's anti-inflammatory power is primarily diallyl disulfide, which inhibits the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines, the chemical messengers that tell your immune system to keep the inflammation response turned on, even when there's no real threat. A study published in the journal Anti-Inflammatory and Anti-Allergy Agents in Medicinal Chemistry found that regular garlic consumption reduced C-reactive protein levels, one of the most reliable markers of systemic inflammation, by approximately 25% over a treatment period. Another study from the Journal of Medicinal Food compared the anti-inflammatory effects of raw garlic to ibuprofen and found that garlic compounds suppress the same COX-2 enzyme pathway that ibuprofen targets, but without the gastrointestinal side effects that come with long-term NSAID use. This is huge because millions of people take ibuprofen daily for joint pain and inflammation without realizing they're slowly damaging their stomach lining and increasing their risk of ulcers. Garlic water gives you a similar anti-inflammatory benefit with the added bonus of actually healing your gut instead of harming it. By day 10, your body has had enough consistent exposure to diallyl disulfide and other organosulfur compounds to produce a measurable reduction in inflammatory markers. To get the strongest anti-inflammatory effect, Consider splitting your garlic water into 2 doses. Crush 1 clove and drink it in lukewarm water in the morning on an empty stomach, then repeat the process in the evening about 30 minutes before dinner. This keeps a steady stream of anti-inflammatory compounds circulating in your bloodstream throughout the day. If you've been living with chronic joint discomfort or muscle soreness that never seems to fully go away, this is the point in the 30-day journey where you start to feel a real difference. Consistency is key. Skipping days resets the accumulation process and delays results significantly. Chapter 5. Day 14. Your blood pressure starts dropping. Day 14 is when things get medically significant. If you were to check your blood pressure at this point, there's a strong chance the numbers would be noticeably lower than when you started. This isn't anecdotal. It's one of the most well-studied effects of garlic in nutritional research. A landmark meta-analysis published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition reviewed 20 clinical trials and concluded that garlic supplementation reduced systolic blood pressure by an average of 10 millimeters of mercury and diastolic pressure by approximately 8 millimeters of mercury in individuals with elevated readings. To put that in perspective, many first-line blood pressure medications aim for a reduction of 8 to 12 millimeters of mercury, meaning garlic is operating in the same ballpark as pharmaceutical drugs. The mechanism behind this is fascinating. When allicin enters your bloodstream, it stimulates the production of hydrogen sulfide, a gas that acts as a signaling molecule, telling your blood vessels to relax and widen. This process is called vasodilation, and it directly reduces the pressure your blood exerts against your artery walls. A separate study published in the journal Maturitas found that aged garlic extract doses between 600 and 1,500 milligrams per day produce statistically significant reductions in blood pressure comparable to standard antihypertensive medication. The researchers noted that the effect was most pronounced in individuals who already had high blood pressure, meaning garlic tends to normalize rather than drop your pressure dangerously low. By day 14, the hydrogen sulfide production in your body has reached a level where your arteries are staying more relaxed throughout the day, not just in the hour after you drink your garlic water. To maximize this cardiovascular benefit, use fresh raw garlic, not garlic powder or pre-minced garlic from a jar. Those processed forms contain little to no active allicin, because allicin degrades rapidly once exposed to air and heat over time. Always crush fresh cloves, wait the full 10 minutes, and use lukewarm or room temperature water. Some studies have shown that combining garlic with a small amount of raw, unfiltered honey amplifies the cardiovascular benefits because honey contains nitric oxide precursors that further support blood vessel relaxation. If your doctor has told you your blood pressure is borderline high, this 30-day garlic water protocol could be the natural intervention that brings your numbers back into a safe range without medication. Chapter 6. Day 21. Your immune system transforms by day. 21. Your immune system has undergone a significant upgrade. You're now 3 weeks into a daily garlic water habit, and the cumulative effect on your body's defense system is nothing short of remarkable. One of the most cited studies on garlic and immunity was published in the journal Clinical Nutrition, where researchers gave 146 participants either a daily garlic supplement or a placebo over a 12-week period during peak cold and flu season. The garlic group experienced 63% fewer colds than the placebo group. But the more impressive finding was that when someone in the garlic group did get sick, their symptoms lasted an average of just 1.5 days compared to 5 days in the placebo group. That's a 70% reduction in the duration of illness from a single daily dose of garlic. The reason this works is that allicin and its metabolites directly stimulate the activity of natural killer cells, specialized immune cells that patrol your body, looking for virus-infected cells and early-stage cancer cells to destroy. A study in the journal Immunology Letters found that garlic extract increased natural killer cell activity by 140% compared to baseline, an extraordinary boost from a common kitchen ingredient. On top of that, garlic enhances the function of T cells and macrophages, the immune cells responsible for identifying, targeting, and engulfing pathogens. By day 21, these immune cells have been consistently stimulated and strengthened by 3 weeks of daily allicin exposure, and your body is now running a far more efficient and responsive defense system than it was at the start. To get the full immune benefit, consistency is everything. Drink your garlic water at the same time every morning so your body maintains a steady baseline level of organosulfur compounds. Don't skip weekends or take breaks. The immune-stimulating effect of garlic is cumulative and builds over time. If you skip several days, your natural killer cell activity and white blood cell responsiveness will start to decline back toward baseline. At this point in the 30-day journey, you might realize that you haven't caught a cold that everyone else in your household got, or that a scratchy throat disappeared overnight instead of turning into a full-blown illness. This is your immune system operating at a higher level, and garlic water is a central driver of that improvement. Many people who complete this 30-day challenge report that they continue the habit indefinitely simply because they stop getting sick as often. Chapter 7. Day 7. The Purge. Nobody told you about. This is the moment that separates the people who transform their health from the people who quit and never know what could have been. Around day 7, something unsettling happens. You wake up feeling worse than you did before you started. Your head is foggy. Your energy is low. You might feel mildly nauseous or experience an unexpected headache. Some people get a slight skin breakout or notice their body odor changes. Your first instinct is to think the garlic water is making you sick and that you should stop immediately. Do not stop. What you're experiencing is called a Herxheimer-like reaction, named after a phenomenon first observed by dermatologist Karl Herxheimer in the early 1900s. It happens when a powerful antimicrobial agent kills off a large number of harmful organisms in your body at once. The dying bacteria, yeast, and fungi release endotoxins as they break apart, and your liver and kidneys have to process those toxins. While they're catching up, you feel temporarily terrible. A study published in Applied and Environmental Microbiology found that allicin was effective against over 30 different strains of pathogenic bacteria, including E. coli, Staphylococcus aureus, and Salmonella. Another study in the journal Antimicrobial Agents and Chemotherapy demonstrated that allicin had potent activity against Candida albicans, the yeast responsible for fungal overgrowth that affects millions of people without them even realizing it. By day 7, the allicin from your daily garlic water has reached a concentration in your system where it is actively killing off these harmful microorganisms in significant numbers. This is why you feel bad. It's not a side effect. It's a cleanup process. Your body is literally purging organisms that have been stealing your energy, disrupting your digestion, and weakening your immune system for years. The key to getting through day 7: drink extra water, at least 10 to 12 glasses throughout the day to help your kidneys flush out the released toxins faster. Add a pinch of sea salt to your water for electrolyte support. Make sure you're getting adequate sleep to give your liver time to process the toxic load. Most people who push through this phase report feeling dramatically better by day 9 or 10, with a level of mental clarity and physical energy they haven't felt in years. The tragedy is that most people quit right here at day 7 because nobody told them this would happen, and nobody explained that it's actually the strongest evidence that garlic water is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. A study in the journal Phytomedicine confirmed that garlic's antimicrobial activity intensifies with consistent daily use as tissue concentrations of allicin metabolites build up over the first week. Day 7 is not a warning sign. Day 7 is proof that your body is cleaning house at a level it hasn't been able to reach before, and the transformation waiting on the other side is absolutely worth the temporary discomfort. If you've made it this far, You now know more about what garlic water actually does inside your body than 99% of people ever will. The 30-day journey, from gut repair to clearer skin, to lower inflammation, to healthier blood pressure, to a bulletproof immune system, all passes through that critical day 7 moment. And now you're prepared for it.